On today's video, we are going to look at growing citrus from seed, but not just any citrus. We are going to look at kumquats and mandarins. My greatest success comes from growing from seed, and wouldn't you know it, we purchased a few bags of mandarin oranges. Our first was the Murcott mandarin, which is typical coming into Costco. Now, I'm going to show you here. I grow, again, all of my seeds. They're all done in the moist paper towel method, which means when I've eaten my fruit and I have collected my seeds, I simply moisten a paper towel and I place my seeds inside. So in our little paper towel here, wow. So you can kind of see them sitting up. That's pretty incredible. We've got a few seeds. They have definitely grown, but let's turn you around to this side. Check that out. Wow. Check out those roots. This guy is already putting up his first leaves, so that's pretty incredible stuff. So we're going to get these guys planted in some soil today, and then we're going to take a look at some of our other seeds. One of the nice things with growing mandarins and lemons, some limes and oranges is that they usually do grow true to seed. Let's get these guys planted and then we'll move on to our next citrus. All right, so now that we are looking at our little citrus here, because some of them, and I didn't show it earlier, oop, there goes one, they are kind of growing into the paper towel, so I'm going to have to be a little careful cutting the paper towel around the roots, and if some of the paper towel gets buried in the soil, not a big deal, it will disintegrate, but yeah, just got to be a little careful, especially as these roots grow in and around the paper towel. So I had one drop on the side. This is, again, one of those little seeds. You can see the growth that's taken place here. And all I'm going to do is take my pre-moistened soil. This is a mix of sand, peat, and perlite. And all I'm going to do is make a little hole large enough for that root to go down. And then we're just going to pack down the soil in and around. Once we water, it'll help bring the seed more stability. And next, we're going to take one of our other little seeds. And again, we've got to be super careful here just to make sure we can remove it gently. So I don't know if you guys can tell, but you can see that one is kind of growing into the paper towel. And again, not a big deal. We just kind of remove what we can. All right, so I got rid of as much as I could. And now in these cells, I'm going to plant 2 citrus seeds together until they grow up a little bit bigger. And then we will separate them at that point and put them into individual pots. So far, they have started growing together, and they will be fine to continue on for a few more months. So again, we're going to take these 2 and separate them. There we go. We've got 1 and 2. Okay, this one came apart easily. So again, we'll make one large hole. And again, just gently holding it in place and then packing the soil in and around the roots. And I'm just taking a little bit more of this paper towel away. There we go. All right, so now this guy again, another deeper hole. And we'll gently slide the root down. Now I do have a 5th seed, which it hasn't sprouted yet, so I'm just going to make a little hole, place it inside, and we'll see what happens. There we go. So again, those were my Murcott. Like anything we plant, you want to make your little plant tags, and this way, as they grow up, hopefully you will not forget what it is you have grown. Okay, So let's now start onto our kumquat. Taking place here. I do find with the kumquats, they end up sometimes getting some rot. And yeah, a few of them have, but as you can see, there is one here that has rooted. So again, make our little hole. Sometimes you have to be careful when you're looking at the little seeds. As you can see here, it has split. So we're going to be careful with planting this one. Make sure we get nice contact and that it knows which way is up. Okay, so as we examine the other kumquat seeds, here we go. Okay, so I don't see any other roots, but what I am going to do is just make little holes. I will probably not save all of these seeds, but we'll maybe do 7. So I'll let them grow on in the soil with their friends, and we'll see if they end up coming up. And again, sometimes, you know, not all seeds are going to be as good or viable, so you're just kind of testing out. The more seeds you have, the more opportunity you'll have for good growth. All I'm going to do is just pack them in. Now there's a few others here, but they look like they have some rot, so I'm going to let those ones go. And of course we've got our little tag to let us know what it is. And now we're going to go on to, I call it a sweet mandarin. This one I started growing March the 1st of this year, 2025, and there was only one inside, and look at this beautiful growth. We've got lots of nice roots coming in. So let's go ahead and get this guy planted. And again, just gently pushing the seed into the soil. So now for one of the most important parts is we're going to go ahead and water these in. And again, I just go nice and slow. Just do a gentle pour. This will just help to firm up the soil around those little roots. So now that we have all of our seeds planted in the soil, we're going to keep these inside for a couple more weeks, allowing them to have pretty consistent temperatures and sunlight. But once these guys get a little bit more settled and they start putting on some new growth and some leaves, then they're going to go outside and join the rest of the citrus and grow on outdoors. And of course, every few months, depending on how fast they grow, we'll up-pot them to hopefully grow into beautiful, successful little fruiting trees. Thanks for watching today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Till next time, no matter what you grow, I hope you grow what you love.